Alright guys, how you guys doing? As you're aware, the iMacs have been updated yesterday, and most of you probably already know. But now this video is just going to be about what is the future of the Mac, what is going to happen over the next few weeks, and that is what I'm going to talk about. Now, the Mac Minis haven't been updated since June of last year, 2010. Same with the white MacBooks, the baseline MacBooks. Apple's best-selling MacBook hasn't been updated since May 2010. And it's fair to say if these products were ready, Apple would have launched them yesterday when they introduced the iMacs. And Apple have never introduced a product and then 2 weeks later, the same category, they'll launch another one. It's never happened. They've kind of done it all in the one day. So are we going to see a new Mac Mini or a MacBook in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks? Not likely. I think around WWDC, which is going to be from the 3rd to the 6th of June, we might see you know, a sneaky bump to the Mac Minis and the white MacBooks. In terms of what is going to happen with the Mac Mini, now the Mac Mini to me is kind of on par with a MacBook Air in terms of size, weight, and just because it's portable, it's a portable desktop in essence, and that is what the MacBook Air is. And many people, like Tabe himself, are using the Mac Mini as a TV setup, and it looks pretty sweet. And to have kind of some sort of flash storage in it, which I'm disappointed that Apple haven't provided for the MacBook Pros announced in February and the iMacs 2011. Shame flash storage wasn't an option, despite, you know, Apple saying this is the way forward. No mention of this new technology. But I think coming to the Mac Mini, having many people, it's not just one guy doing it, a lot of people are using Mac Minis for a TV setup, and it would be pretty cool to have some sort of flash storage that would boot up faster. The last thing you want to be doing is having that as a setup and then, you know, loading times and so on of the traditional hard drives. In terms of processors, I don't think they're going to give us a quad core option anytime soon for the Mac Minis. Probably be a low powered Core i3, Core i5. Don't think it's going to go quad core. But then again, Apple might surprise me. In terms of graphics card, bump up the graphics, Thunderbolt port, and that's it really for the Mac Mini. I don't think they can make it any more thinner. Of course, if you take out the traditional hard drive and put one of those flash storages in, then they could, yeah, take it out. So that's what I think the next generation Mac Mini is going to look like. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What would you like to see yourself? Are you running a Mac Mini setup in your home or office right now? If so, you know, leave a comment, post a picture, tweet at me, put a picture up on my Facebook page, and I will definitely get back to you. So now moving on to the white MacBooks. Remember, the white MacBooks 2 years ago, according to Apple, the white MacBooks are Apple's best-selling notebooks, and the reason why is because it's quite famous amongst students, colleges, universities, students going back, entry-level price, and you're getting a Mac, and the back-to-school offer and so on. It's very popular amongst students, and it makes sense why it's you know, kind of one of the popular ones. But has it changed since Apple made that statement? Has it changed to MacBook Pros? Are people just paying that extra and getting, you know, an overall better system in terms of design, quality, the unibody structure, backlit keyboard, FireWire? Admittingly, I've not got a FireWire device, so I'm not too sure how famous FireWire is amongst students. But generally, you know, the MacBook Pros do offer a better spec. Also, Apple did release the MacBook Airs in late 2010, and they shifted surprisingly a lot of units. So is the shift being made from MacBooks to maybe even MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs? And I'm not too sure what they're going to do with the white MacBooks, or if that category. They probably won't rebrand it because they've just introduced the MacBook Pros in February. So if they were going to rebrand it, that would be the ideal time where they would have rebranded that category together, the MacBook and MacBook Pros, but that never happened. So one of two things I think is going to happen. Number one, they're going to say, okay, the MacBook now is not our best-selling lineup, so we're going to kind of ditch it. Or number two, you know, they're going to upgrade it. Would love to see the black polycarbonate MacBook come back. That was one of the great colours. When it went away, you're like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. But since we've not seen so many of them, it's kind of a collector's item. It would be good to have a black polycarbonate MacBook. They probably put, you know, Sandy Bridge processors if they do upgrade it. They probably won't put a Thunderbolt port in just to differentiate the MacBook from the MacBook Pros. And again, the current white MacBooks on Apple Store don't have a FireWire port, so why would they put a Thunderbolt port in? They'll need something to differentiate. Better graphics, although not much better graphics, maybe Intel HDs, the new ones everyone's been talking about. More RAM, probably not even a backlit keyboard anymore, just internal bumps, that's all. I don't think they're going to redesign the MacBook in any sense. Or maybe this, it just kind of came into my head, why not, you know, integrate the MacBook Air plus the MacBook and make something really cool. Have like a MacBook 11-inch, MacBook 13-inch. The thing is, they don't want to do away with the MacBook range and all, because the MacBook, they need to have the MacBook. They can't just have a MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. I think they still want to keep it just for the sakes of branding and stuff. So it's MacBook, MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. So I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. Are you in the market for a MacBook? Are you going to college and you're still waiting, and all these iMac rumours are coming out, Mac Pro rumours are coming out, which I made a video on as well. So the next few weeks, it's not going to happen this month. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen in terms of a refresh for the Mac Minis and MacBooks. I think it's going to be around WWDC time when we see something real happen. And guys, with WWDC coming in early June, a Lion preview is also due at that event. It's all about Lion and the next generation iOS. That one more thing that Steve Jobs says might just be a new white MacBook or a Mac Mini. If only. You never know. But guys, that's it for this video. Remember, you can join me on iGlaswegian.com, twitter.com/i6glaswegian. Post your comments as to what you expect to see in the next Macs, and were you expecting something from the iMac refresh other than an iMac like I was. I thought Mac Minis might just get a bump, but I was wrong, I guess. But guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in another life. Cheers.
Looking to send a package at the lowest price possible? Simple. Visit parcelmonkey.co.uk, follow these 4 simple steps, have the package collected from your doorstep, and then sit back and relax.